I was just on earlier with the Secretary of State for International Development, Priti Patel, announcing that our fundraising drive so far has raised an amazing £9 million. And the British government today announced that they'd be matching your donations pound for pound by a further £2 million, up to £5 million. During the Secretary of State's visit, she met a number of aid workers who are just back from the field. And one of those people was Bekki from Oxfam, who joins me here on the sofa today. Bekki has been in Cox's Bazar for 2 weeks and is here to tell us about some of the stories she heard and some of the things that she saw. So welcome, Bekki. We have some pictures on the screen here, and I know that there's a picture of Layla here on the screen. Do you want to tell us what you heard from Layla?
Yeah, so we met Layla kind of quite close to the border, as close as we could get in Bangladesh. She's only 18, she was 5 months pregnant, and she was travelling with her 2 young children. As she fled, she got separated from her husband, and she's not sure if he's dead or alive. She doesn't know where he is. We travelled with Layla on her journey to kind of get a sense of what it's like when you first arrive in Bangladesh and when you end up at the camps. So Layla had to take another short boat ride. We then had to travel with her on a truck to the camps, where she was. Basically, it was getting later and later. These things take a lot of time. It was about 10 p.m. when she finally arrived at Balukali camp, and she was offloaded off the truck and kind of left on the side of the road with her children, a little bit confused, not sure what was going on. And it was at this point we left her to kind of give her some space. And then our aim was to try and find her again, which we did in the end on the last day by putting the word out and kind of asking, have you seen this woman? We found her 6 days later at the back of Balukali camp, where she'd set up her shelter, just a piece of tarpaulin, only 2 sides to her home. In the bushes still, the land hadn't been cleared so well, and she was drinking water from a dirty stream, basically, same place where people use the toilet. It was a really kind of quite dire situation.
So we've heard a lot about the terrible conditions, and especially the poor sanitation and the mud, and we've got some pictures behind us that show that. So tell us, had you been to Bangladesh before? Had you been to this area before?
No, never.
And so what was your impression though when you got there, seeing all of this for the first time?
So I was ready to see a lot of people, but I was still really shocked by the amount of people I was seeing, the amount of women and children, the amount of young children. Really was quite overwhelming, and the general conditions are really kind of desperate. So the flooding is causing lots of kind of swampy mud up to your knees. The shelters are really flimsy. People are struggling to take shelter from both the rain, and then when the rain goes, the heat is really intense as well. And in terms of the water and sanitation, I've never seen so many people collecting and drinking such dirty water.
I mean, just on the screen behind us, we've seen the mud, and certainly we've talked a lot about sanitation and the fact that, people, as you say, are taking water from the same place that other people are using as a toilet. Absolutely. And we've seen lots of pictures there of the dirty water children are collecting. So tell us, Oxfam is a DEC member. What is Oxfam doing in Cox's Bazar to help people?
So Oxfam is drilling tube wells, which are hand pumps, to kind of initially serve clean water for drinking and washing and cooking. And we're also installing emergency latrines, emergency toilets for people to use. And we have also done some kind of immediate food distribution as well to people.
No, we've seen some of those pictures. I mean, Oxfam has a long-standing history of working specifically in the areas of water and sanitation, as well as wider humanitarian aid. So it's lovely to see that and hear that you're being able to help quite a lot of people, I believe.
Yeah, so we've reached currently 180,000 people so far. That's
amazing, because I mean, there's about 520,000 people affected by this so far who have moved over from Myanmar's Rakhine state into Bangladesh in recent weeks. But Oxfam are certainly able to help a significant number of those with clean water. So thank you so much, Bekki, for joining us. You can see on the screen behind me pictures of children receiving that clean water. And if you would like to donate to help people get clean water, it is just £5 that would help a family get clean water. So please do keep on giving generously, and thank you so much as always for your support, and I'll be back later today with another update on the situation in Cox's Bazar. Thank you so much.